Ruckus. I'm your host, Phil Foster. Show the 12-year history happens every Wednesday here at Jalapa Theater School of Music. Let me tell you about the lineup we have here tonight. At 11 o'clock, at the last slot, we're going to have the Fraternal Order of the Society Blues. They just played next door, great set. Before that, we're going to have Ethan Linewand here from St. Louis, Missouri, a young living legend of the piano in the piano world. He's a great musician, and it's going to be a real treat. He only comes here about once a year, so you really don't want to miss that. Before that, we're going to have the Ben Cogan Band. Before that, we're going to have yours truly, Farrell Fawcett. But to kick it off, making his return to Roots and Ruckus after being here last fall. Give it up for Josh O'Keefe.
Nicholas Cruz murdered 17 people with an army-grade rifle. It's perfectly legal at a Florida school in a freshman building. A cold dead hand round the gun he was wielding. So keep your thoughts and prayers, my friend. The whole wide world is watching you. So keep your thoughts and prayers, my friend. Keep your thoughts and prayers. Nicholas Cruz was a red flag student in the language of weapons. He was dangerously fluent. Tipped to authorities, placed on the watch list. Fathers and mothers are still burying their kids. So keep your thoughts and prayers, my friend. The whole wide world is watching you. So keep your thoughts and prayers, my friend. Keep your thoughts and prayers. Stoneman Douglas went to school one morning with a kiss goodbye, no sign and no warning. In the classrooms and hallways, their bodies laid slain. They never came back to school again. So keep your thoughts and prayers, my friend. The whole wide world is watching you. So keep your thoughts and prayers, my friend. Keep your thoughts and prayers. At 19 years, I'm not age for a beer. Cruz entered a strip mall with nothing to fear. With a background record shown to be clean. Straight from the clerk, an AR-15. So keep your thoughts and prayers, my friend. The whole wide world is watching you. your thoughts and prayers, my friend. Keep your thoughts and prayers. Politician dances around questions to keep his Senate seat and his gilded mansions. Preaches to the choir of the founding fathers, but turns a blind eye to our sons and daughters. Now you need your thoughts and prayers, my friend. The whole wide world is watching you. Now you need your thoughts and prayers, my friend. You need your thoughts and prayers. Well, down a road in Tulsa, Oklahoma, a black man's SUV broke down. A normal occurrence for a normal day, till the police came rolling around. Lonesome and asking for assistance, like any other man would do. But the eyes in the sky begged to differ, as they called him the big bad dude. His life was one that mattered, sang with all of his flaws every week, filled with the spirit of the Holy Ghost. They diagnosed it PCP. He was enrolled in community college, a son and a father too. Went by the name of Terrence Kutcher. They called him the big bad dude. Looking deep down in his pockets and hide his hands in the air. By God, they were looking for something, just something that wasn't there. Some would reach their belt for some handcuffs, or find the words to talk it through. They fired a gun, put a bullet in his lungs and called him the big bad dude. She was booked for first-degree manslaughter, but when do the chains finally break? It's been 96 years since 1921. How many more is it gonna take? The world saw the lynching postcard. It's just a different kind of noose. Was he sentenced to death for being big and bad, or because he was a big black dude? Thank you. I'm going to sing some folk songs, if that's all right. I guess here we are in the most folky place in the area, so may as well sing some. Oh, the summertime is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme that grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love a tower by yon pure crystal fountain, and on it I will lay all the flowers of the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme that grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love won't come with, I will sure find another to pluck wild mountain thyme. It grows around the purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme that grows around the blooming heather. I say go. Here's a song I learned in Kentucky from a guy with no teeth. I learned a lot of songs in Kentucky, especially from guys with no teeth. That's a good place to learn songs. And people with no teeth are good people to learn songs from. Oh, cuckoo is a pretty bird. How she wobbles when she flies. But the cuckoo don't get lonesome till the very first day of July. I'm building me a cabin in the mountain so high, so I can see my darling Cora as she goes waltzing by. Oh, the cuckoo is a pretty bird. How she wobbles when she flies. Oh, but the cuckoo don't get lonesome till the very first day of July. Oh, I've gambled down in England, and I've gambled down in Spain. I bet you my last dollar that I'll beat you next game. Oh, yes, the cuckoo is a pretty bird. How she wobbles when she flies. But the cuckoo don't get lonesome till the very first day of July. Oh, I wish I was a poet so I could write by fine hand, so I could write me a love letter darling Cora could understand. Oh, the cuckoo is a pretty bird. How she wobbles when she flies. But the cuckoo don't get lonesome till the very first day of July. Well, there's that. Here's a song I learnt from my granddad in the Irish pub. It's about the Irishmen that went and rebuilt London after World War II. They worked for a man called Sir Robert McAlpine, and he didn't pay them any money. So they were slaves to him. And I sing this song because my dad actually worked for his son and didn't get paid anything either. But he wasn't rebuilding London, he was just cutting hair. So that's what it's an old Irish folk song. It's called McAlpine's Fusiliers. As down the glen came McAlpine's men, with their shovels slung behind them. 'Twas in the pub they drank the sub, and up in the spike you'll find them. They sweated blood and they washed down mud, with their pints and their quarts of beer. And now we're on the road again, McAlpine's Fusilier. I've stripped till the skin with a darky flint, way down in the Isle of Grain. Horseface too said, you know the rule, no money if you stop for rain. McAlpine's God was a well-filled hod, with his shoulders cut to bits and seared. Woe to he who drinks the tea with McAlpine's Fusilier. I remember the day that the barrow shay fell into a concrete stairs. What Horseface said when he saw him dead, well, it wasn't what the rich call prayers. And the navvy short was the one retort screaming unto me ears. When the going gets rough, well, you must be tough with McAlpine's Fusilier. Yes, and I've worked till the sweat has had me bet with Russians, Czechs, and Poles on shuttering jams up in the hydro dams underneath the Thames in a hole. I've grafted hard and I've held me cards, had many a ganger's fist across me ears. If you pride your life, don't you join by Christ with McAlpine's Fusilier. Yes, if you pride your life, don't you join by Christ with McAlpine's Fusilier. Play a bit of harmonica as I brought the harmonicas. I forgot I had it around my neck, honestly. Here's a song I wrote not too long ago. Called We're All the Same. We're all the same, with different names, looking for love through joy and pain, all flesh and bone, all headed home, don't even know we're not alone, we're links in the chain. We're all the same, we're all the same. Black and we're white, wrong and we're right, strong and we're weak, proud and we're meek, lose and we win, saints and we sin, give and we take, bend and we break, but we'll know someday we're all the same, we're all the same. We're all in this together through a mother's eyes. What difference do you hear when a baby cries. We're all the same, no one to blame. We're all going back from where we all came. Waves on a sea, dissolve in the deep. Woman and man, like grains of sand, through winds of change. We're all the same, we're all the same. Two more. Okay. See if I can remember two more songs. Things are going out of tune. I've been living in Tennessee for a while, so I've been learning country songs. Well, learning how to try and write a country song. So here's a country song of mine. I wrote it about my uncle from Glasgow, Scotland, not Glasgow, Kentucky. There's a big difference. Glasgow, Kentucky is not too far away from where I am in Tennessee. My uncle once had a wife, and now he doesn't have a wife. She went out for a cigarette and never came back. And he was feeling quite bad, so he asked me if I'd write a song for him. I said, sure, I'll write you a country one. It's called Cigarettes. It goes like this. For any of you country music fans, or country and western fans, whichever it is. She went out for some cigarettes in the pouring down rain. I don't know, but I do suspect there might be an old flame. She usually takes one drag. Looks like she smoked the whole pack. 'Cause she went out for some cigarettes and she never came back. My whole world is in ashes. Like they say, smoking kills. I guess it came second-handed, 'cause it's still burning still. She's gone now forever, like the strike of a match. She went out for some cigarettes and she never came back. Old habits, they're hard to break. God knows she tried hard to quit. Folks' kisses are hard to face once they're pressed to your lips. She went out just to light one up. It's as simple as that. She went out for some cigarettes and she never came back. Yes, she went out for some cigarettes and she never, ever came back. can't see anything. Oh, it's Farrell.
Hello, everybody. So I'm coming around the tip basket. Who here has never been to Roots and Ruckus before? Raise your hand if you've never been here on a Wednesday night at Jalopy Theater School of Music. Raise your hand. So it's most of you. There's a lot of fresh faces in the audience. All right. Welcome for coming. Coming around with this tip hat. I do this at the end of every set. So I'll be coming around during this set, the end of the next set, so on and so forth throughout the night. This is how we keeping the show free. It's been happening here for over 12 years. And we pass this hat at the end of every set for whoever's playing. Tips are not pooled. Meaning if you need to make change, I'll help you make change. Please tip each and every act that plays here on Wednesday nights.
We'll be good.
Kept the show going, we'll cover for so long. And yes, Josh O'Keefe has one more song. I'll be coming up next. And we have Ben Kogan, Ethan Langwan, and the Fraternity of the Society. So yes, tips.
I'm trying to buy some new gloves, so please be kind. Just joking. Kind of.
He's not. He really does need new gloves.
Gloves are expensive in New York. I can't find any cheap ones. Well, I'm going to play one more song. This is Cora Carpenter. She's from the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains in North Kakalaki, as they call it. And she's come all the way from there to here to sing one song with me. So yeah, this is it. Thanks for being a great crowd, as they say. And thanks for having me, Ruckus. I've been a bum, I've been a mess. I drunk myself into loneliness. Your fearless love turned me around. Oh honey, I won't let you down. Been a sinking ship, no side of land. Hurricane, you held my hand. You saved my life, I ain't sure how. Oh honey, I won't let you down. If there's one thing you can put your faith in now, if there's one thing that I can make you sure about, for the rest of my life till I'm dirt in the ground, I won't let you down. I ain't no preacher or the fastest gun. I ain't no king or some rich man's son. But you made me the luckiest man in New York town. Oh honey, I won't let you down. If there's one thing you can put your faith in now, if there's one thing that I can make you sure about, for the rest of my life till I'm dirt in the ground, I won't let you down. Oh, if there's one thing you can put your faith in now, if there's one thing that I can make you sure about, for the rest of my life till I'm dirt in the ground, I won't let you down.
All right, we're gonna do a short set, and then we're gonna get on to the main code and band after this. They may love you in Pyongyang, when it's over will be just the same. Feels like seltzer on your brain, money well spent on good champagne. When your final hour comes to pass, only then will you be free at last. Come on, Kim, don't you watch the news? All the world's got the Black Friday blues. They put little baby on the Nile to be back in a little while. Blood's now leaking down from the roof. Believers believe they need more proof. They killed a man in a store stampede. Hallelujah, this man's finally freed at last. And I heard Gaddafi got the news. Oh, then what's got the Black Friday Well, someone on a grassy knoll took pity on little John's soul. They tried to sell him something that he cannot buy. Singing a good man is hard to find. They showed him what it was all about. Maybe they just gave him easy way out. Come on, don't you watch the news? Don't tell me you're in the trenches. I see you sitting on a fence. Don't tell me that you're innocent. Yeah, don't tell me that you're innocent. But it insults my intelligence. We all bought our plots on credit. We're far too big to fail. Get yourself a shovel. They're on sale. They're on sale. Thank you. This next song is a cover song. Tell old Bill he comes home this morning. Tell old Bill he comes home this evening. Tell old Bill he comes home, you better leave them downtown girls alone this morning, this evening, so soon. Bill left here 8:30 this morning. Bill left here 8:30 this evening. Bill left here 8:30, order hurts, I'll tell him now. Don't be late this morning, this evening, so soon. Sal was home, she was baking bread this morning. Sal was home, she was baking bread this evening. Sal was home, she was baking bread when she heard the news her Bill was dead this morning, this evening, so soon. Now she cried, oh no, that can't be so this morning. Oh no, that can't be so this evening. Oh no, that can't be so, 'cause Bill left here about an hour ago this morning, this evening, so soon. Well, they took Bill home in a hurry-up wagon this morning. Took Bill home in a hurry-up wagon this evening. Took Bill home in a hurry-up wagon, oh, to see how old Bill's clothes were dragging this morning, this evening, so soon. And it's tell old Bill when he comes home this morning. Tell old Bill he comes home this evening. Tell old Bill he comes home, you got to leave them downtown girls alone this morning, this evening, so soon. Thank you. Where's my thing? Where did my thing go? There it is. Oh, my thing, I found it. Oh, my thing is here. I found my thing. I actually had an awful night, but okay. This is more uplifting material. I wrote this song about a funeral. I Hush, little baby, don't you cry. You'll be an angel by and by, going where good people go. There's one thing I hope you know. Parade of roses in full bloom, they start to fill the corners of the room. I do believe it's all too soon. Oh, I can't begin to dream what has happened. What does this really mean? Nothing now is what it seems. Fall as each lands. My swollen heart is beating in my hands. I can't begin to understand. 'Cause oh, is built and die. They serve remembrance. They keep me asking why. I never got to say goodbye. I'm in a meadow on my knees, and I hear your voice like a whisper in the breeze, calling me from beyond the trees. Thank you. That was okay. Follow me down to the firing line. Still screaming and hollering out, time's running out. Where gas is heavy and the blood runs free. Come on and take a little walk with me. Let them all be told, let them all be warned. Come on, buddy, better blow your whistle before they blow the horn. They will take your life, they'll drag you far below. Come on, buddy, gonna take your whistle now. Blow, man, blow. shine a light, for the night takes hold. I'm mute, I'm blind, the future looks so dark and cold. Reaching out my hands, arms stretched to the waves. Keep me underwater, let my soul be saved. Let them all be told, let them all be warned. Come on, buddy, better blow your whistle before they blow the horn. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more songs. Sing a song about alcohol, and then I'm going to sing. Final glimpse of a soldier made to crawl, of a cripple as he limps. Come watch this disease eat this man alive. Follow me into the dark. See it where it thrives. I will drink to still the pain, to in empty glasses lead to be glory. I'll lay near my God to thee. Jesus, how could you possibly need this? How could so much come between us? Isn't life funny that way? So much clearer than the reflection I see in the mirror. But when I try to get nearer, oh mercy, great God, I'll cry. Lord, spare me my flesh and return me to the grain. Make my bones to thresh, scatter me over the plains. Let my body germinate this new and frightening creed. To be glorified. my God, to thee. Thank you. Ernest is around with the basket for me and do one more song. These are all original songs except for Hello Bill. You can find me on Spotify. This song, including a lot of ones here. Next up, we got Ben Coden and Ethan Limewand.
Going around the tip basket right now for Farrell Foster with 3 great acts to come. Tips.
Ben Coden.
go in on this one. Yeah. A little extra. But I would say sing it this one. This
Okay.
one's not gonna get as hot.
All right.
And you can use this or you can move in and out that way, whatever. You wanna just use this? Okay. Yeah.
something more, thinking he's stuck. Only girl he's ever been, but chance came blowing in like a gust of wind. Said it's time to go. And they're not asking, outgunned and outnumbered. Your own death you're unmasking. She woke up just the day before. She was feeling trapped, wanting something more, thinking she's stuck. The only man she's ever been, but chance came blowing in like a gust of wind. Said it's time to go. And they're not asking, outgunned and outnumbered. Your own death you're unmasking. Even though they had 'em at gunpoint, they don't know the feeling was just right. There we go, on the land of justice and love. Guitar now.
Yeah.
Ransom Walker, don't you make the same mistake as the last guy. Now he's swimming in the lake with the fishes. I may not be the best, oh, but I'm trying. So don't you take the rest. I said it's time to go. And they're not asking, outgunned and outnumbered. Your own death you're unmasking. Take a diet, guitar then fiddle. Guitar. Thank you guys so much. So I just had a baby about 8 months ago, and it's real nice to get out of the house, I gotta tell you. The last two songs there were, the
first two parts of a trilogy called the Ransom Walker trilogy. That was first one. The instrumental was Ransom 1. The one you just heard was Ransom 2, Ransom 3. We can't do tonight. I know. It's very sad. But this next tune is a tune called The Least I Can Do by a band called the David Wax Museum, which I also play bass in. I might take the middle solo. I might take the solo.
No, of course.
A one,
Sorry.
a 1, 2, 3. I don't see my sisters that much. State lines, cattle guards. I don't see my parents that much. Mama's help makes traveling hard. I don't see my hometown that much, but I picture it frozen in time. Oh, I'm not trying to get away from anything or anyone. I'm not trying to get away from you. I'm not trying to get away from anywhere or anybody. I'm not trying to get away from you. I don't think of you all that much. Only once or twice each afternoon. You see, my love is like a flower. Once it opens up, it can't unbloom. I don't swallow my pride that much. There isn't anything left to keep down. Oh, I'm not trying to get away from anything or anyone. I'm not trying to get away from you. Oh, I'm not trying to get away from anywhere or anybody. I'm not trying to get away from you. At least that's what I tell myself. It's the least I can do. Much planted, you think some would grow in our hearts, in our hearts, in our hearts. So much planted, you think some would grow in our hearts, in our hearts, in our hearts. I'm not trying to get away from anything or anyone. I'm not trying to get away from you. Oh, I'm not trying to get away from anything or anyone. not trying to get away from you. At least that's what I tell myself. It's the least I can do. All right. Shall we?
What key is this one?
Let's see. But,
Cape on this one?
no capo.
Okay, good luck.
Okay, thanks. You too.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll just crowd around this one.
Sure. C, right?
Yep.
Somebody play C.
There he is. Alright, so let me take it up top. And then, you guys come in on the chorus.
Sure.
Okay. And then I'm gonna cut out after the first chorus. And then you're gonna take it. It's gonna be just you. Yeah, you put through the form. And then I'm gonna switch. You guys didn't hear that, right? Okay, good.
No, we can't hear anything.
Read every book he could get his hands on. Went to the streets and held a sign. Called up his local politicians. Demand they defend the 99. He donates monthly to some causes. It's not much, it's all he can afford. Goes to the polls for elections, but he has his doubts that it'll change the world. Oh, he tried, yeah, he tried.
Yeah, he tried.
Did everything he could do. Oh, he tried, yeah, he tried. And he hopes that you would too. He took his money out the bank of evil, put it where it might do some good. He's writing letters, signing petitions, making sure his voice is understood. Outsourced his ethics to the co-op. One choice has chosen all the rest. He votes with his dollars and his conscience. Will it save the world is anybody's guess. Oh, he tried, yeah, he tried. Did everything he could do. Oh, he tried, yeah, he tried. And he hopes that you would too. Guitar. That's Christian Apuso on the guitar there. There are people that are out there saying climate change, it ain't real. That fills him with rage and conviction. So he joined the Green New Deal. He hosted a town hall at the Commons. Recognizing is the name of the game. Freedom to choose, it means nothing when the world has all gone up in flames. Oh, he tried. Yeah, he tried.
Yes, he tried.
Did everything he could do. Oh, he tried. Yeah, might too.
That's Ben Cogan right there on the bass.
Thank you very much. Oh yeah. At the end of his journey, he'll take stock of what occurred before, tally up the good and the bad, even if he's the only one that's keeping score. He could throw in the towel, quit fighting to what they're falsifying, turn a blind eye to the truth. But he says, hell, I would rather die trying. Oh, he tried, yeah, he tried, did everything he could do. Oh, he tried, yeah, he tried, and he hopes that you might too. Thank you. We got two more songs. Perfect. This next tune, we're gonna slow it down a little. We're gonna play waltz. If any of you guys know how to waltz, have been like, I just want a waltz tonight. I hope they play a waltz. Here's your chance. Take this solo in the middle.
Didn't know Wonderwall was a waltz. Do that thing?
Yeah, do it fine. One, two, three, one, two. The last time that he will make this drive. Dried out brown prairies in the Midwestern sky. The pump jacks are pumping, but his heart's clogged with guilt. A brick on the wall of lies he built. Oh, next time in Norman's the last time we're through. That's what he says, but it's not what he'll do. Act against his own interest, it'll only end in pain. Next time in Norman, it's always the same. Past is 515 Tuscaloosa Street. Lights on in the kitchen, she's up on her feet. He tries to resist, oh, but he just can't help himself. Oh, one little taste till it's back on the shelf. Oh, next time in Norman's the last time we're through. That's what he says, but it's not what he'll do. Act against his own interest, it'll only end in pain. Next time in Norman, it's always the same. Guitar. tips of his toes, fingers feel warm. Just after a few hours, the cravings come like a storm. Make it a double till it hits like the first. Leaves in a cab and he comes in a hearse. Oh, next time in Norman's the last time we're through. That's what he says, but it's not what he'll do. Act against his own interest. It'll only end in pain. Sunny day, trade a sunny day of pleasure for a lifetime full of rain. Trade a sunny day of pleasure for a lifetime.
Going on the tip basket, the Frank Coben Band. And then, please stick around. Ethan Lyman's about to play. If you've never seen him, you're about to be really impressed. Okay.
It's in there.
Give it up for Farrell for putting this on for I don't know how many years now. This is a fun thing. It happens every Wednesday night. A lot of great talent that I had no idea was even in the city, so I'm glad this is happening. A couple public service announcements. We have some CDs up front for sale. I think I have 3 left before I have to reprint them, so that's cool. Yeah, they're up front. Thank you. I was fishing. So. Yeah, there's a few up front. We also have a mailing list. You can sign up. We'll let you know next time we're playing. Christian, looks like I didn't know this, but he's playing here on Friday. This Friday.
Yeah. If you got any kids, you can come 6 to
I
8.
have a kid.
Family-friendly square dance. And then from 9 to midnight, there's some honky-tonk dancing and swing dancing in this room with my country band there.
Yeah.
This Friday, Jalopy Fiesta. And then after party next door, Jackson Lynch and his band at midnight till infinity symbol.
Ken Shoji here on the fiddle. Give it up.
Yeah.
Dream Killer. Hi to any of my family who's watching. This is being live streamed. It's live stream every week. I don't think enough people know about that. It's pretty cool. It's like got 3 cameras. It's really high quality video. I mean, this place is great, the stage and everything. So, yeah. So you know. All right, this is our last tune. It's called Dream Killer, and here we go. I'll take 2 up top. What? I just take 2 up top. No, I just me. Top 2 bar. Oh yeah. 6 1 4 1. That's the one.
Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah, key it, dude. All right, good rehearsal. Running from the law, charged with murder in the first. Love floats like a dream. I'm the pin that makes it burst. People they're asking about my whereabouts. Have you seen them? Hiding out in houses to avoid the light of day. Sticking to the darkness, try to keep the law at bay. I'm running out of money, out of time, and the will to keep going on. Dream killer, always on the run. I don't believe in anything, I'm a nihilistic son. If there's a deep river, it's dry by the time I'm done. Shake your finger on the gun. I know that I'm not Johnny, and I know that you're not June. I can't hand you the stars or wrangle you the moon. I killed your buzz because I wanted you to see what you're missing in me. Just because it's not like it is on the TV. It doesn't mean that our love can't be. Just because it doesn't live up to those ideals, it don't mean that our love ain't real. Dream killer, always on the run. Don't believe in anything, I'm a nihilistic son. If there's a deep river, it's dry by the time I'm done. Shake your finger on the gun. Come on, Ken. Yes, it lingers after the brain forgets. Smells like nostalgia and it tastes like cigarettes. Or will you confuse the two to satisfy your needs? Please acquit me. Oh yeah. At the trial, not guilty is what I plead. My defense, Your Honor, Love and I would disagree. She holds love on a pedestal. We exist in the weeds, in the roots, reaching for the trees. Dream killer, always on the run. Don't believe in anything. I'm a nihilistic son. If there's a deep river, it's dry by the time I'm done. Shake your finger on the gun. Shake your finger on the gun. There you guys go.
Thank you, New York. All right, we have Ethan Landmark coming to the stage. Wow. It's going to be something special, folks.
Talking into the vocal mic.
Hey, there you are.
Saying hello.
All right. Can you hear the piano?
That's the piano.
Are we giving it up for Ethan Linewan?
Thanks, everybody. My name's Ethan Linewan. I live in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm going to play for you guys a bunch of old barrel house blues and various iterations of the great old piano style from the 20s and 30s. I'm going to start off with a tune that was like comes out of the folk blues tradition. It's a song called Tremblin' Blues, and it was remembered by a guy who says, around 1915, he heard this guy playing the piano named Cooney Vaughn, who he said was the best piano player in Mississippi back in those days. So this is a tune he plays, one of my very favorite tunes, the Tremblin' Blues. Thanks, that's the Tremblin' Blues. Some old school folk blues from the teens that would help, that was sort of the first iteration of blues. So I'm going to play a tune for you now that's kind of like some of the early boogie woogie. Boogie woogie started popping off in the late 20s. People started recording it. It went farther back. It came out of that folk blues tradition, and and really mostly young African Americans messing around with that ragtime and early folk blues and finding ways to play with it. And one ways they play with it was making up sort of boogie-woogie type songs. So this is a boogie-woogie song called the Cow Cow Blues. It was written by Cow Cow Davenport. He recorded it in 1929. And this song actually would become the Mess Around, Ray Charles Mess Around. So it had a long life, but began as a piano tune. Play a tune for you guys now. It comes from Texas. Texas had a really cool barrel house tradition. They call it the Santa Fe Group because that's the train they rode to get from gig to gig. And this is in the East Texas area, Houston and Galveston. And this one song is called The West Dallas Drag by Rob Cooper. Dallas Drags and Texas Barrel House. Let's play for you guys now some good old lowdown St. Louis style blues. St. Louis had its own sound. All these places kind of had their own little regional styles. And St. Louis is known for a low downness, sort of a, well, I'll let you hear it and you can make up your mind. This is a tune I'm going to do in the style of Petey Wheatstraw. Petey Wheatstraw was one of the great piano players of all time. In the 30s, he was really popular bluesman. He's come to be forgotten as the narrative of as folk blues, and the guitar has become the main narrative of the blues. We've lost some of the piano players who were hugely popular, and we're doing some really cool things. Petey Wheatstraw is one of them. He's the original sell your soul to the devil myth. He was known as the High Sheriff of Hell, or the Devil's Son-in-Law. On all of his records, they said the Devil's Son-in-Law, because he went down to the crossroads to make a deal with the devil and married into the family. So this is in the style of the great Petey Wheatstraw. Petey Wheatstraw style piano. Let's say, The opposite of Petey Wheatstraw might be this tune. This is a tune by Romeo Nelson called The Head Rag Hop. Thanks. That's the Head Rag Hop by Romeo Nelson. He only made 4 recordings, but they're pretty sweet. And so that was like that's an example of like the rent party scene in Chicago. So I'm gonna play another guy from Chicago who really defined that rent party scene. His name was Jimmy Yancey. He was like groundskeeper for the White Sox his whole life, but was one of the great Chicago boogie woogie pianists. I'm gonna do one of his tunes called the State Street Special. like Jimmy Yancey a lot. The guy had a touch, and just the poetry in his playing and a lilt that you don't find in a lot of places. He ended up being greatly influential for a guy who really was pretty going to live his life without ever recording. What happened was there was a big concert in Carnegie Hall called From Spirituals to Swing in 1939, and it sort of set off this big craze for boogie woogie. The grand finale was 3 pianists come out with 3 pianos, and they all played this really ferocious boogie woogie. But one of the songs they played was called the Yancey Special, and was a tribute to that fellow Jimmy Yancey, and had this kind of left hand. And this sort of would be the thing that Professor Longhair down in New Orleans would latch on to. Professor Longhair, the great New Orleans rhythm and blues pianist who sort of, in his way, invented rock and roll by taking some of these boogie-woogie ideas and adding the Caribbean rumba feel to them. So I'm going to do with some Professor Longhair style. This is in the style of his tune, Hey Now Baby. None of it would be anywhere without the ragtime. Ragtime came first, so I'm going to play a rag. This is a tune called Blame It on the Blues. It's a rag from 1914. It's a little bit more in the folksy tradition of ragtime. By this point, ragtime had been going on for quite a while, so some of that blues elements were starting to mix their way in. So this is Blame It on the Blues by Ford Dabney. tune then by, let's see. Time goes by so quick, doesn't it? Let's do, maybe not for you guys. Let's do, I'm gonna do a tune. I'm gonna do a tune by the guy I first played, Cooney Vaughn, right? Cooney Vaughn, the piece I played was remembered by a piece that he played, but Cooney Vaughn actually made a couple recordings in the mid-30s with a band called the Mississippi Juke Band, and he just, if you listen close in the background, this guy is just shredding up the piano all sorts of ways. So I'm gonna try to do one of those. It's called Hitting the Bottle Stomp. Shredding mood, and so I'm just gonna keep shredding, I suppose.
Yeah, shred!
All right. let's do. I'm gonna play for you guys for my last tune. A tune called the 31 Blues, train imitation.
Gomez. He's now trying to follow Ethan. Hey, Farrell. How you doing, man? All right. Let me get some of these mics out for you guys. Farrell, I need one chair.
All right. More band left. Next week we got Gabrielle Louise, Matt Myers, and Pepperitze.
Everett. Wow. Are you gonna go in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the setup with the instruments. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, yeah?
I think he's gonna.
I could do.
Maybe because the washboard, the close mics wouldn't work.
It might, unless I keep them off to the side. Whoever just pick a side.
Everybody's saying something on the dobro would probably be good.
This short and sweet.
Testing. How you doing out there? All right. You guys ready to hear a little bit more music?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ready?
Ricky's right there. He's right behind you.
He's dropping the deuce. Oh, no, he's here.
Everybody give it up for Fraternal Order of the Society Blues.
All right. How's everybody feeling out there? Well, we're feeling good. We had a lovely time over at the tavern next door, playing some music for your friends who are hanging out over there. And wait, okay, now it's real. Maybe we should play all gospel music
Nice.
for this
Whatever
set.
you want, man.
What do you think? We can mix it up. We don't have to do it.
Whatever you want. Pass my best.
Little David, blow on your harp. You gonna do that one? Let's see. Little David, blow on your harp, hallelujah. Little David, blow on your harp, hallelujah. Little David, play on your harp, hallelujah. Little David, play on your harp, hallelujah. Well, little David was a shepherd boy, killed Goliath and a jump for boy. Little David was a shepherd boy, killed Goliath and a jump for joy. Little David, blow on your harp, hallelujah. Little David, play on your harp, hallelujah. Little David, play on your harp, hallelujah. Little David, play on your harp, hallelujah. Well, little David was a shepherd boy, played Goliath and a jump for joy. Little David was a shepherd boy, when he killed Goliath and a jump for joy. Little David, play on your harp, hallelujah. Little David, play on your harp, hallelujah. Little David, play on your harp, hallelujah. Little David, play on your harp, we'll let him. Come play it now. Hallelujah. Little David, play on your harp. Hallelujah. Little David, play on your harp. Hallelujah. Little David, play on your harp. Hallelujah.
Yeah. All right. Yes.
Let's do Troubled About My Soul. G.
I was like, I know I can figure it out.
I'm wondering about my father. I'm wondering where he's gone. Soon I'm going in the kingdom. Well, I won't be troubled anymore. Well, I'm troubled, troubled, troubled all about my soul. As soon as my feet touch Zion, well, I won't be troubled anymore. Well, I'm wondering about my mother. I'm wondering where she's gone. As soon as my feet touch Zion, I won't be troubled anymore. Well, I'm troubled, troubled, troubled all about my soul. As soon as my feet touch Zion, I won't be troubled anymore. Well, I'm trouble all about my soul. As soon as my feet succeed, well, I won't be troubled anymore.
All right.
All right, let's play, You Know It Ain't Right. So we're playing tonight the music of Carolina Slim, Elijah Staley, also known as Carolina Slim, who we spent many years with in our younger incarnations, and now we're old, but not as old as he was when he befriended us. But we're getting there. We're getting there.
Oh yeah.
We'll keep climbing those years, keep climbing that ladder, and we're going to carry on his music for as long as we can. And tonight is one of those moments when we say, "This is as long as we can." All right.
It's like something he would say.
So we're gonna play You Know It Ain't Right. Well, you know it ain't right just to talk about the things you do. Well, you know it ain't right just to talk about the things you do. Well, you got about 10 more men. Well, you know that's the way you do. Well, I'm gonna tell you one time, when I tell you again, the way that you're doing, babe, you know that it's a sin. Well, you know it ain't right just to talk about the things you do. Well, you got me here, baby, this look down the way you do. Well, I'm gonna tell you one time, we don't tell you no more. All this time tomorrow, baby, I'll be 1,000 miles from your door. When you know it ain't right, talk about the things you do. Well, you know you didn't want me, baby, to do those same things to you. Well, you know it ain't right, baby, so say I'm all night long. Well, you know it ain't right, so say I'm all night long. Well, you got about 10 more men, baby, you know you are doing me wrong.
All right, all right. Hold your applause, hold your applause. How many people? Okay. Oh, yeah, all right. Late night, Ritz and Ruckus. Jake goes out for a smoke. Let's see, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Hello, boss lady. Will you please tell the man that I called? Well, hello, boss lady. Will you please tell the man I called? Well, I ain't looking for no trouble. I just want my little paycheck, that's all. Well, the eagle flies on a Friday. Saturday night I go out to play. Well, the eagle he flies on a Friday, and Saturday night I go out to play. And come early Monday morning, I gotta do what my doggone boss man say. Well, you got me right here, boss man. Working all around your barn. Ask you for a little favor. Please don't ease me down, oh big boss man. Don't you hear me oh, when I call? Well, you ain't so big. You just talk, that's all. Now you got me here, boss man. Oh, working around the clock. I wonder would you ease me in now? Well, you won't let me stop, big boss man. Don't you hear me out when I call? Ain't so big. You just talk, that's all. Me up when I call. Yeah, you ain't so big. You just talk, that's all.
on the street that everybody has a boss. That's what they told me. Everybody's got a boss. They got lady bosses too. That's what it seems like going on now.
Perhaps.
You make the wrong move, you held in captivity for the rest of your life. Nothing wrong with that.
Are
I'm
you
just
talking
saying.
Are you talking about marriage? Well, I don't
Whatever,
understand
I'm
that.
just saying, whatever the category of lady boss is, if it's marriage, if it's dating, whatever it is,
Captivity, you saying?
that too.
Like BDSM? Like you talking like that?
Well, maybe that, well, that could be boss.
Right, right.
You consider as a boss,
That's right.
you know?
That sounds boss.
All right.
Why don't you sing with the rest of it?
Hell no.
Let's do
You'll
freight
feel up to
train.
it? Okay.
Let's do freight train.
Okay, we can do French train. Want to do Freight Train Elizabeth Cotton?
Yeah,
Freight
yeah.
Train. All right, Freight Train from Elizabeth Cotton.
Oh, shit.
Want to sing a little bit?
I might join you.
Well, freight train, runs so fast. Freight train, runs so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on, so they won't know what round I've gone. Well, when I'm dead, Lord, bury me deep, way down on old Chestnut Street, so I can hear old number 9 as she goes rolling by. Well, when I'm dead, Lord, bury me deep, way down on old Chestnut Street, so I can hear old number 9 as she goes rolling by. Well, freight train runs so fast. Freight train runs so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on, so they won't know what round I've gone. Well,
Wow. Lindo.
Take tips before, and you guys want to do 2, 3 more, whatever you want to do?
I say we do 2 more.
All right, I'll take tips for now. Tips.
sail on.
What's that?
Sail on, little bumblebee, sail on.
Sure.
Sail on, little bumblebee, sail on. Well, sail on. Sail on, little bumblebee, sail on. You've been so long making honey, I believe it's time for you to come back home. Well, hello, stranger. You know you sure do remind me of my old time used to be. Well, hello, stranger. You know you sure do remind me of my old time used to be. Well, she's been gone so long, but I believe recollection she'll come back to me. Hold out your hands. Oh, put your hand in mine. Hold out your hand, baby. Put your little hand in mine. If I don't go crazy, baby, I'll be keeping up with the train time. Next time I go to Hoboken, babe, I'm gonna take a freight train to be my friends. Next time I go to Hoboken, babe, I'm gonna take a freight train to be my friends. Then my road won't be so rough. Babe, I won't be traveling all by myself alone.
Okay, uno más. We are Fraternal Order Society Blues.
Well,
Yeah.
call me a spoonful.
Yeah.
You want to sing a verse?
Yeah.
Well, it could be a spoonful of coffee. Could be a spoonful of tea. Could be a spoon of your precious love. Well, it's good enough for me. Give me that spoon, that spoon, that spoonful.
Yeah.
Spoon, that spoon, that spoonful, that spoonful. Well, it could be a spoonful the water, a sailor from the desert sand. And it could be a spoon of love, that 45, or when it's shaking in another man's hand. Oh, give me that spoon, that spoon, that spoonful, that spoonful. That spoon, that spoon, that spoonful, that spoonful. About that spoonful, or some child about that spoonful, some of them darn about that spoonful, oh that spoonful, that spoon, that spoonful, that spoonful, that spoonful. Oh, that spoon, that spoon, that spoonful, that spoon, that spoon, that spoonful, that spoon, that spoon, that spoonful, that spoonful.
There's spoons of all kinds of things, white powder, whatever you like.
All right, all right.
I'm not speaking for myself. I'm just saying it could be any kind of thing. It could be.
Yeah, it's a suggestive image. That's why people like it so much. You don't
Thank
know
you,
what
Red
it
Hook. Thank you, Jalopy.
Thank y'all.
Good
Till we
night.
meet again.
Boy, I want to sleep like a motherfucker.